All right, gonna go into another element of shadow boxing. Again, breaking down very simple, basic concepts that will cross over to whatever level that you're at for sure. All right, so again, when you're doing your basic shadow boxing, you have to always be thinking, you know, am I moving the way I would be if I was sparring, if I was fighting, if I was doing actual glove drills in front of another person, if I was worried about being hit? Am I moving in such a way? A lot of times what I see when people are working their shadow boxing is they're focusing almost exclusively on offense. Just nothing but their attacks. They forget that the huge part of fighting is defense and counterattacking. So it is paramount that you shadow box as if you have somebody in front of you that is punching, kicking, kneeing, all right, trying to attack you, shoot on you, whatever. And again, that is where visualization comes in, and using your memory from sparring sessions and from past fights and other input that allows you to fully embrace the training method. It is a huge, huge skill to be able to visualize, to be able to move and really focus intently on exactly what you want to develop, which is fighting skill. And so when you're shadow boxing, first and foremost, obviously you're trying to use good form, structure, maintain strong position, work footwork, proper body mechanics, defense, etc., etc. However, you want to do those things in a way that is going to transfer directly into an actual fight. So when you're shadow boxing, let's first focus on basic offense, defense, and counterattacking. So as you're moving around, you're shadow boxing, you're hitting, moving, you're trying to move. Now, what I want you to focus on is as you're hitting your offensive tools, you think about incoming strikes coming in. So you got to block and you got to roll with that punch. Sometimes you roll, sometimes you're able to absorb the shot. Sometimes you got to roll with the shot. Sometimes you're parrying, sometimes you're catching, sometimes you're slipping, bobbing and weaving, all right, covering up. Hey, you may even simulate getting hit and how you would recover, because it's going to happen, especially if you've sparred a lot and or have fought. You will know what it's like to be hit and how your body reacts and how fast you need to respond to that incoming attack. So put that in there. It's about play. It's about developing the overall skill that you'll need when you're shadow boxing. So as I'm moving around, pop, hit my jabs, right, pop, body mechanics, move out of the way, right, pop, pop, punch, ooh, there's a block, hit, pop, all right, pop, hit, cover, pop, move around, So, right there, you saw that I was moving. I was trying to simulate, obviously, attacking, moving, blocking, and dealing with incoming strikes. And again, probably the most neglected part of shadow boxing is the defense and counterattacks. You have to shadow box as if you're fighting somebody. You have somebody in front of you who's trying to take you out. Moving around. If you have to slow it down at first, that's fine. Moving, move, move. Block the shot. What's the logical punch that comes back? Boom. Bah, 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 bah. Boom. Boom. Even if you're going slow, you should be moving in a way that if someone was to speed up the video, it would look as if you are full out fighting and shadow boxing. Now, as you're shadow boxing, you can vary the pace. You can think, hey, I'm just going to go slow, warm up. That's what I do in the morning if I am shadow boxing in the mornings. Also, I will gradually increase the intensity as I get closer to doing whatever I'm going to do. Be it heavy bags, focus mitts, tie pads, sparring, whatever you're going to do. Eventually, you want to start to mimic the pace that you want to go. At the beginning, however, you're easing your body into it. You're moving your body in a way that it's going to be able to warm up and you're not going to overstress and end up hurting your joints. Again, different levels. You can start like 50% speed, all right? Moving around, 50% speed. Then all of a sudden you go 75% speed. Bring it up to full speed, then bring it back down. You can start visualizing flurries, moving around. All of a sudden you hit a flurry. You visualize the different types of fighter that might be in front of you, right? Do you have a slugger that's just trying to take you out? Do you have a person who's hitting with pot shots and hitting and moving and hitting and running? Do you have a person that circles consistently to one direction or to the other direction? Do you have a person that's a southpaw or an orthodox? Do you have somebody that's more of a kicker, a puncher? Are they a kickboxer? Do they want to try to get in and clinch you? Are they trying to take you down? So many different elements. Is this an actual ring fight? An MMA fight? Are you dealing with a self-defense situation, which is going to be more chaotic and crazy and dealing with big, wide, looping blows? Is it against somebody who has a specific type of training? Is it against somebody who is really just trying to hit with a big, dominant shot? You visualize against all of those things. Now, the next thing you think about as far as visualization is concerned is when you're fighting, have you hit the person? Do they have an injury? Did you hit them in the nose? Did you cut them open? All right, did you stagger them? Are you kicking them in the leg and it's really affected the leg? Did you knock the wind out of them? You're visualizing that so you know where to attack and how to attack and what targets you're going after. You're not just swinging blindly and wildly, but you're formulating your strategy on the fly because you visualize that you broke the person's nose. You visualize that you cut them open and they got a big gash over their eye. You visualize the fact that you hit them and they're staggered and they're about to go out and you got to finish them off. You visualize the fact that they're favoring one leg. It's hurt to the outside. It's hurt on the inside. They're switching leads. You still got to get to that leg. You're visualizing that they have a hurt rib. You've knocked the wind out of them. Got a damaged hand, arm, whatever. So you're finding that out. Now, let's add on to that. What if you are trying to guard some part of your body? What if you hurt one of your hands, or your leg is hurt, or you've got a cut, or you've gotten staggered and you got to visualize blocking and clinching and hitting out of the clinch and moving around and trying to create space. So you're trying to take care of every possible eventuality that may happen in a fight in your shadow boxing. Remember, your body, when it's tied together very well with your brain, doesn't know if it's real or if it's Memorex, all right? They don't know. So you got to think about that while you're shadowboxing. So there's a lot of things to shadowbox. I didn't really bring in the kicking and the punching in my shadowbox. I really focused more on the boxing aspect of things and knees and elbows. But there's so many elements to shadowboxing. Some of the greatest fighters will spend a lot of time shadowboxing, and you can use it as a conditioning method, as a warm-up method, as just a way to grease your body and get ready to hit with impact. It is one of the most valuable tools. To me, it's like Carenza. I go back and forth with Carenza with the weapon, and then shadowboxing with these weapons and these weapons and these weapons. To me, it's all the same. It's about body movement, body awareness, body and skill development. Okay? Now get out.